Our way.
Mike, you've had a lot of different things that you've been working with, moving guys around and things like that. So, 3 games out, where do you think are you happy where your defense is going into the game?
Yeah, we have a lot of good pieces and trying to find some consistency and different guys and playing certain positions, but it's been good. So we're a lot closer than we were 10 days ago, and 3 days left. We feel good, and we're excited to get out there and play, whoever those guys are.
When Buki got back, was he able to go through all the workouts, and what have you decided where he's going to play back there?
Well, Buki has a lot of versatility in his game, and we're going to play him in a lot of different positions. So he can do a lot of different things, and we're going to let him do those things, and he's going to play a lot of different positions on the field.
Lincoln had indicated yesterday that Caleb and Curtis were still in a battle at will. What has that position battle been like for you?
Well, it's been good. I think both guys have really pushed each other and made each other better, and I would assume as of right now both guys will play a substantial amount, and they'll continue to battle it out, and the guy that's most consistent as we go through the season we'll just keep grading it, keep giving them both opportunities, and let them continually work. I think that's good, and it's positive. It makes both players better.
FAU, they have a great tailback. They rushed for 1,900 yards last year. Talk about their offense and what you see.
Well, they do a lot of good things. There's a lot of similarities to what you see in a lot of the offenses. The spread. I think as you watch the season evolve, you see a little more of Lane's stuff start to show up more consistently. But they got a lot of offense. Anytime you watch 12 or 13 games, there's going to be a lot there, and there's a big body of work, and they operate quickly and spread you out and have a lot of different. They can tweak their offense a lot of different ways. So they give you a lot to look at, and we're going to have to be very zeroed in on our keys, and there's going to be a lot of stuff moving around, and you got to really stay locked into the things that are you're important to your particular position and assignment.
Can you get any gauge on their quarterback at all?
No, sounds like they may play all of them. I don't know. I mean, all you can do is go off of what you've seen, the last year, and they were awful good a year ago, and they know how to move the football, and he knows how to call plays. So they're going to do the things that they feel comfortable in each particular player and emphasize those things.
You said earlier in camp, you don't have an oboe this year. Do you feel like you've gained on finding guys that can create a little havoc, create a little pressure up front?
Well, those in our odd packages have to come from our outside edges, and certainly when we get into four-man fronts, our front four consistently I think will be better than they were a year ago as a group. Just because they're all a year older and did some good things a year ago. So we're going to lean on that group. Oboe and Striker are pretty. Those are two of the premier rushers in all of college football. Those aren't slouches. You look at what Oboe did a year ago, how high he graded out. I mean, he's one of the most prolific pass rushers in college football. So. I don't think we'll have anyone. Mark Jackson's done some good things. Ryan Jones, those guys, Addison. So we just got to find some consistency and some guys that can put pressure on the quarterback consistently, not at the some of the rate that those guys were able to do it, but just to consistently be good and feel their presence off the edge.
Do you feel like maybe this is a defense that can give you more push from the interior, maybe with guys like Kenneth?
I think so. I think there's, we're a much more physical group up front with Neville and Dylan and Q and certainly Armani, Kenneth Mann. So yeah, we feel like Perkins. Those guys have done some good things. So it's a it's a group effort from all those guys.
Are there any trademarks of a Lane Kiffin offense? Anything specifically that stands out about what he does?
You see a lot of his boots, a lot of his, his swap boots, his flat screens. You see a lot of stuff that I remember back when I was at Arizona. Him running when he was at SC. So you see a lot of that. Some of those, misdirection boots and zone plays. But no, he's done a great job mixing things up. He keeps you off balance very well, and that's why they're good. And then certainly the back can run a lot of different styles and make people miss. So they have a year ago they had some really quality pieces across the board, and then they could stretch the field vertically, with great speed. But they get the ball on the edge as good as anybody, and then they run the ball inside, and then they keep you off balance with a lot of misdirection passing game.
Mike, do you know what you're going to do at safety, or what? Is that still?
We're going to play the guys that give us the best opportunity to win on Saturday. Whatever that is, whatever we decide, we'll be out there. You guys will see them as soon as we take the field. So we're going to get ready with the guys. We feel confident in the guys we have, and we'll see how it plays out here going into Saturday.
Are you at a point where you would play 3 corners during the game?
3 corners?
Yeah, I mean rotate guys.
If we need to.
You want to stick
It
with
all
2 though,
depends.
if you can? Or?
We're going to play the guys that are playing well.
Mm-hmm.
I think if somebody's not playing well and needs to come out, then we got to be able to substitute and put somebody in. So if guys are playing well, there's really no need to. But if they're not, then we might have to change some things up then.
Mike, how many true freshmen do you think are going to play for you in the game?
Oh, besides Buki, it's hard to say. There's some guys. Oh, and Perkins, those 2 guys will definitely play, and then from there, there's some guys that are in the 2 deep, and it's just how far along they are and how confident we are. If our guys are playing well, then we'll see. All right.